Some call Vegas Sin City, others say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Instead, I filmed everything so you can laugh at my dumb decisions. But take heed, I only did these things to educate you all, so you won't do the same things that I did. The first thing I noticed when we landed, and I mean the first thing, was the presence of gambling machines, or what we call pokies. As soon as you get off the plane and into the airport, wham! There they are, all shiny and inviting. I'm made of stronger stuff than that, and although I do love shiny things, I made my way past them and through security. And this was where I ran into my first problem. Now they do a fantastic job, it can't be easy, but sometimes security technology isn't 100% reliable. In my case, it thought I was concealing a metal object in the lower midriff region, if you catch my drift. I had to go through the pat-down and prodding. Of course nothing was found and I was free to go, and I refused to go into one of those little rooms. Those places terrify me. We drove through Vegas, again Jay taking us where we needed to go. We were staying in the Luxor, the hotel that looks like the giant pyramid and decorated with all things ancient Egypt. It was awesome. Although it took a while to get through check-in, we made our way up to the lift, and after finding the right one, we took it to our room. Now the Luxor does not have the vertical walls, so the lift goes up on an angle, and one of the lifts is a bit wobbly. The lifts stop at the side, so if your room is on another wall, then you have to bit of a walk ahead of you. The whole of the inside is hollow, so you can look down and see the atrium, which is amazing but would be terrifying for those scared of heights. The rooms are very basic, and I mean very basic. I guess they don't want you hanging out in your room, they want you downstairs gambling and spending money.
This is totally Orange Crush. Gilbert made an Orange Crush. So this came to New Zealand before Coke and before Pepsi in the 1920s, but where is it? 142%. Hoi. Mountain Dew contains 154% of your daily recommended sugar intake.
We were only in Vegas for a few days, so thought we would get straight to it. The Luxor had everything we needed for that first day, so I tried gambling. I won $30 in one spin. That sounds good, but I probably would have spent more. I'm not a gambler, so after that win I was happy and I was done. It was then time for dinner. I ordered a Budweiser with my meal. This thing was big, man. I also had a very tasty burger, got to try tater tots and something else. I did a quick shop at one of the convenience stores in the hotel. I bought a chocolate bar and a drink and didn't think much of it. I pay-waved with my card and headed to my room. Then I looked at my receipt. That was it for the night. The next day we had something special planned that did not revolve around the pokies. That's a gambling pun. We were not going to stay in Vegas the whole time. Not too far away there was a place that everyone should see once in their lifetime, especially those that love big holes in the ground. Driving out from Vegas, it's amazing how quickly civilization disappears, and it's just a whole lot of flat plains, hills, trees and cacti. It's amazing how accurate Fallout New Vegas is too. The tree things are the same. Before we got to the Grand Canyon, we made a stop at the Hoover Dam, one of the wonders of human engineering. Built over 5 years during the Great Depression, 100 people died during its construction, and so did the dog that became the mascot to the workers and would hang out with them, and he is buried at the dam site, which is quite appropriate. And a fun fact, there are 2,480,000 cubic meters of concrete in the dam. That's a lot of concrete. especially when you consider you would get maybe a quarter of a cubic metre of concrete per wheelbarrow. We checked out the gift shop, which had some rather creepy paperweights and a taste of home with PowerShell jewellery. Further along, we went through the Native American lands, and out of respect I didn't film any of these from the car. Then we noticed the ground started getting whiter. Everything starting to get whiter. What was this stuff? We were basically in the desert. Surely that can't be snow. Yep, it was snow all right. We got to the Grand Canyon and hopped out. It was cool to see the different license plates from all the other states. And it was cold. Literally, the canyon is fenced off and there are signs warning people of the dangers of bad filming and taking selfies. To get the best view, you need to pay to go on the viewing platform. I did this, but it took a long time to get to the front of the line and out onto the platform. It can only handle so much weight, so you are only allowed to go out in small groups. And photography is prohibited. If you want a photo of yourself, then you have to pay the official photographers. They do take a good photo though. We headed home, and by the time we got there, we were pretty tired and wanted to try KFC for dinner.
American KFC. The poppers, gravy, very big chips, bucket of regular chicken, biscuits, giant potato and gravy. So the chicken pot pie is it's like a lid of pastry on top of some of this stuff. So the biscuits really are just scones. Here.
The next day we were going to spend exploring the Strip. There was a lot to see, which included the chocolate Statue of Liberty and all the amazing looking shops. We had lunch at a chicken diner and I ordered mine spicy. It was wicked good.
Stitch!
We rode the Vegas rail car.
Our next stop is the closest station to MGM Grand Hotel and Casino, where you'll find the MGM Grand Garden Arena and the popular nightclub Hakkasan, the Mandalay Bay, featuring the Shark Reef Aquarium and the Mandalay Bay Beach, as well as Mandalay Bay Convention Center.
And I got the chance to tick off another bingo square, meeting a showgirl. There were plenty of them all over the Strip and they were very friendly. Now this is where I need to give you some sound advice. They will come up to you and say, "Hey, come and get your photo taken with me. You just need to give me a tip." That sounds innocent, right? But this is not an LA tip. This is a Vegas tip. And you know that there is a bunch of heavies wandering around keeping an eye on their girls. So you will have to pay it. This photo cost me $50. 50 American dollars. You even have to use your own camera. Remember the exchange rate. So be warned, it's an expensive souvenir. Dinner was Wendy's. We have Wendy's in New Zealand, but not as many. You have to drive to the bigger centres to get them. The American Wendy's was really good, and I tried the thing called chili. To finish off, we watched the Blue Man Group. I couldn't film any of it, but it was amazing. One of the best shows I've ever seen. Part of it involved spraying the audience with paper streamers, of which I kept a few bits as a souvenir. We went for a walk after the show for a snack, and passed an interesting billboard.
What the
And we got McDonald's. Walking there, we had a dodgy homeless guy follow us, and on the way back, 2 more followed us. One started screaming as we neared our hotel, but it was at someone else, thankfully, and he disappeared down a side road. The next day we left Las Vegas and boarded our plane for the next stop. We were going to go all the way across the mainland America to the Big Apple.